Hey there everybody, my name is Heretoga. Welcome back to our survival series of Vintage Story. Thank you for the beer, Hilda. Bye. Alright, today guys, we're going to be reading some campfire stories. I think this place here that we've been building for the past few episodes has really come along, and I'm really happy with how this place turned out. It's not an ugly, abandoned ruins anymore. It's a very cozy place. It's got a good feeling to it, walking through. And we even have our own trader village as well, which is really nice. This place looks quite lovely as well. And that lighthouse really stands out, doesn't it? Yes, so I think I'm going to leave this place for a while. I've done enough work here now. I've done everything I needed to do. So, yeah, why don't we go back home and go and enjoy some campfire stories. Anakin Castle. I still need to build this army. We need an army of golem soldiers. Home sweet home. And it is night time as well. What a fitting time to have some stories. Now, I do have another project lined up already, and I'm quite excited to get into that project soon. Alright, let's get into our little man cave here. I've been in here for a while. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take off this belt because it emits light and it's... There we go, that's better. Nice. Okay, is there any fuel on this fire? There is a bit of fuel. Yes, there's more fuel in there as well. Okay, let's get this lit then. There we go. Yeah, there's enough light in here. I don't think anything's gonna spawn in here. There we go, look at that. So we've been acquiring some lore, and we've read quite a few of these. There's quite a few more stories to read that are very long. Well, not very long, but like 15 pages long. But there's a couple of short ones here. So I think we got to this one. Yeah, that one's 10 pages. What about this one? Oh, this is only 2 pages. I think we may have read this one though. But we'll read it anyway. It's called Return. I woke up in the dark. Everything dark. That's just like me today. Everything painful. Every breath in agony. Waiting changed nothing. I started crawling. All the tunnels had changed. Not that I could remember the way out anymore. I'd feel my way forward. Finding dead end after dead end. Digging with my hands when I could. Hearing other things down there with me. Eventually I found my way out, and the sun returned. Everything changed. Green again, brown and red and blue again. Life returned. I could finally look at myself. Everything still hurt. I was broken, flesh half gone, joints missing, no leg. I can't remember what happened after the black sick reached my head. It took me many years to regain my focus. Round me, humanity started to adapt and flourish again, unaware of their danger. I have set myself to work these past centuries, though I am no scholar, no alchemist, but my mind is strong. I have deciphered and learned much of what Jonas and the others already knew. I intend to use that knowledge shortly to turn the tide. Perhaps that is why I now reminisce on those dark, painful years after the awakening. May this endeavour be more gentle for you, my friends. I think that was a story from Tobias when he was suffering from the rot. And he had to go to the lazaret, yeah. Yeah, that was Return. Oh, Diet of Kings. Okay. Got another short one here. Scribe's Notes 1318. Master Jonas Fawkes, please come forth. The lords and ladies rose when he entered the room. Even the kings gave him small gestures of welcome. He walked to the centre of the court, his attendants behind him bearing a great collection of drafts. My lords, as I'm sure you're now aware of, we face a nightmarish threat. This disease, or plague as it has been called, is not overly complex. Neither is it beyond our vision. It is, quite simply, desolation made manifest. Here, his attendant began laying out a number of medical diagrams upon the floor. Master Fawkes issued from one parchment to the next, gesturing as he went. It rots the body in its entirety. It begins externally with numbness and darkened skin. Receding further into the ligaments, the victim may lose control of entire limbs. Eventually, the flesh sloughs off in small heaps. Gross. By this time, the victim has likely entered a cataleptic state. This may as well be a blessing for them. The rot will have overtaken their eyes and ears now, depriving them of their senses. Arriving at the last parchment, he paused and gazed upon it. Many of the gathered assembly also leaned forward to see the image more clearly. From the scribe's desk, it appeared only to be a drooping mass of charcoal smearings. This is all that remains of the poor souls. In its final stages, the rot consumes the mind and body whole, leaving nothing left of distinction. Here His Majesty, the King of Undland, interjected. Is there truly no method of treating this malady? What preventions are available to us? No preventions, Your Grace, save total isolation from the populace. Even such a drastic method as that will only last until the food supply is infected. As for treatments, I have found none. Perhaps some of my betters from the Academy have made progress, but judging by their silence, I think not. He paused again here and cleared his throat. It is a certain death. However, I stand here now to offer you a better fate. Jonas Fawkes, eh? Went to court and is showing them the King of Undland, his findings about the rot disease. And he even had pictures of it. Wow. The King of Undland. I wonder if that's future lore we'll come across in Vintage Story. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? To come across, like, a ruined kingdom. Yeah, so that was Diet of Kings. The Spy and the Sparrow is 15 pages. The Weight of Stone is 15 pages. Admirer of the Miller is 21 pages. Dimitri's Notes, this is only 2. Let's read this one. These are the findings of Dimitri Arvo regarding the natural philosophies of Cadahill University. I cannot seem to make sense of it myself. It irks me terribly. Lord Chamberlain False will be here within the month. No doubt he will carry with him the end of my erudition if I fail to provide him his answers. My only consolation here is that the other scholars have failed more bitterly than I. One of them, the older, a goutish fellow, caught fire to his laboratory, trying to incinerate the black filth. As for me, I have been loath to even approach it. This excrement, whatever it may be, I catch myself on the edge of prudence whenever I investigate it. It seems to spread, regardless of condition. No procedure I have tried can halt it. I vacillate between fury and flight. How should I kill it? What can I do to stop this? And all the same, what can I do? Can it be stopped? What dreadful scourge is this? But enough of this. The dark substance haunts my thoughts, but I will not suffer its rule. The Lord Chamberlain will be here soon, and I intend to have results. Okay, this is page 2. These are the findings of Dimitri Arvo regarding the natural order of Cedar Hill University. That Falks boy came to visit today. Oh, is this Jonas Falks by any chance? Yeah, that Falks boy came to visit today. Troublesome. If it were my decision, I would have sent him on his way without even a glance into our library. But the rector would have none of it. It seems fear of the boy's father has spread throughout the academy. Unbelievable. To think that an upstart sellsword who butchered his way into the nobility could startle and cow his betters into submission. Perhaps I should not be surprised. It is foolishness, however. The house of Ingmar Falks should never be welcomed into our institutions. We of the finer bloodlines should not give way to the masses. They may win the Emperor's favour with conquered cities and burning fields, but we will always have his ear with our superior acumen and grace. It is a birthright we risk depriving ourselves of, should the lowborn be given proper education. Okay, Dimitri's notes, very interesting stuff. So, Jonas Falks's father, what was he called? Where was this? But apparently he was some sort of conqueror or something. Yeah, Ingmar Falks was Jonas Falks's father. Very interesting. Okay, yeah, that was Dimitri's notes. Okay, we've got a one-page letter here, the quartermaster's ledger, date unknown. Our food stocks are depleted, with only the dried wolf and rabbit meat left. Largely, we're left to chewing leather now. Our vests, our belts, our boots. We draw our last breaths. The huntsman corpse managed to trap 2 healthy squirrels and a grey gosling not more than 10 hours ago, I'd wager. It was not nearly enough to feed all the workmen. The ones in the mines had to be prioritised as expected of their labour, but despite the additional meal, their health is declining. We are running out of options. Furthermore, Joseph, Barda and Jaren were taken this day. They did not go willingly. The others might still have a chance. I have to believe so for my own sake. So that's the quartermaster's ledger of a story of people suffering from low supplies and also the rot yet again. So that was like a mining community. Interesting. I love these stories. It gives you like a better idea of what was going on in the past and why everything turned out the way it did. So we've got like a play story here. I'm not going to read this one. But if I pause the screen, maybe you guys can read it. Well, if you pause the screen, I'll just click through the pages. Yeah, there we go. Brief discussions with the traveller. Yeah, these play kind of stories, they're always better if you've got more people reading their parts. Like, I don't know. I just can't read things like this. Okay, we'll read one more story here, and we'll save the others for another time. But this one's called The Patronage of Tybalt Amaro. And it goes thus. Hail! Ridiculous! No! Hark! I am Tybalt Amaro, cousin to the King and 3rd Viscount of... No, suppose I just speak plainly. Okay. I made a purchase yesterday, a rather peculiar one, having just returned from my cousin, the King's residence, and seeing one of these bells, as they are called, though I myself have no idea why. Nothing bell-like about them at all. Akin to a snake, more like. Yeah, so this is the bell mob that's in the game that they're talking about here. I am a God-fearing man, and find this form unnerving. Curious that our church, so eager to lambast every drunkard and enjoyer of the carnal pleasures, remains largely mum on these. Truly. My cousin the King swears by this contraption, and it cost me a pretty penny, but soon I heard it said, no noble house shall be without one. I wonder what other such inventive tools there are, and what their use might be. On the way back to my estate, I heard word of a travelling alchemist from the Orient, and decided to invite him here with his cart of curiosities. Provided he shows, I might host him for a while, though frankly he'd do well to entertain me. We shall see how he fares. Ah, my throat is dry. I suppose that's enough for now. How do you make this thing inert? Shuffling, followed by scratching, followed by clanking, until a sudden thud. Silence. Yes, so, I shall now speak. I am becoming accustomed to the appearance of this device, though it has been some days since I have used it last. Some malfunction, crooked merchant's oversight, I am sure, had it standing there, waiting for the man to arrive and repair it. It better work fine now, or my cousin the King will learn of this. I have mentioned before an inventor, a man by the name of Dastan, but where from he hails and why he uses only his first name he does not say. A quiet, small man, unassuming and humble. God almighty, such a bore. In my sudden fascination with these mechanical toys, I have assumed that inventors are universally bright and intriguing. But no, this Dastan fellow has brought with him trinkets and baubles aplenty, but nothing to truly inspire. A ball that gyrates in the air when spun, a parlour trick, appropriate amusement for a child perhaps, but nothing more. A short reed through which wine can be poured, and which supposedly makes it more palatable. Although I tasted no difference. I think he's talking about a straw. A spice grinder in the shape of some exotic hulking beast. The rest are too uninspiring to even remark upon. I shall give him a day or two, more perhaps, to present something from that rickety cart of his to truly put a spark in my eye, or else my hospitality will come to an end. I have no patience for charlatans. The nobleman's voice is excited, the change in tone obvious in comparison to the previous entries. Oh, okay, what's he found? Has he found something good? Right, I had started this day resolved to run the inventor out, but he has finally pulled through. I heard him working on something in the stables overnight. The man looked like he hadn't slept at all when I approached. It was the most peculiar thing. Wings crafted out of thick fabric and spread over scaffolding, the likes of which I have never seen. To think he kept them under the covers all this time. They are not ready, and they need to undergo trials, he said. Come now, says I. The sky is clear, and you surely have faith in your craft. Cruel, perhaps, but the gambit was well worth it. Dastan took the contraption to a nearby hill and rode down it like he would a cart. It seemed he would crash on the bottom, but something miraculous started happening in front of our eyes. The invention started lifting and then sprung into the air. At first I thought it a mere illusion, a trick, but no. He circled the hill and came to a stop at its feet, shaking and pallid as a man not long for this world, but intact. I have fed him, let him rest, and summoned him to my study where he has just now left. Tomorrow I shall try out this contraption. Dastan was trying to object, but he relented after I offered my price. Truly, wealth can open many doors, and I am fortunate to possess enough to afford such a bargain. Tomorrow, God willing, the name Amaro shall go down in history as the first man to have taken flight. My cousin shall be so envious. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I know what I'm thinking, and I can't say it on YouTube. Right, the nobleman's voice breaks before he can utter a word, and sobbing can be heard for a few long moments before he composes himself to speak clearly. Words escape me. There is truly no way I can describe the wonder. The wind in my face, soaring above the ground, seeing the world as I have never seen it before. Dastan, a genius, a visionary, blessed by God, for how else to explain his talent? Today he is resting in my best guest chamber, my servants catering to all his needs, no expense spared. Tomorrow we shall speak of many things. My skull feels close to bursting with all the thoughts of what could be achieved with this invention. And now that I have tasted flight, I can scarcely stop thinking about doing it again. Amaro, I should very much like to have this recorded for posterity. All chronicles shall remember this day. Dastan. Okay, this... I'm just going to read this. I'm going to try and read this in different voices, but we've got Amaro and Dastan talking to each other here. As my lord pleases, though I must state again, the endeavour will be challenging. Nonsense! What you have managed once you shall do again, and faster this time, with my funds at your disposal. Together we shall share the gift of flight with kingdoms far and wide. Your name shall be as widespread as that of Falx, and with good reason. I am humbled, my lord. Enough coyness. Those who listen to this recording shall know the names of both Dastan the inventor and Tybalt Amaro his patron. But tell me, friend, have you thought about what I asked? Yes, I have. Well then, let's hear it. Bara, my lord. Bara. An odd word, but what is its meaning? Fitting, truly, very well then I proclaim that we shall build a workshop on my lands, and in that workshop we shall construct Dastan's wings of Farah. We shall make them available to all in time, so that none of those made in God's image shall be without the joy of flight. This I solemnly swear. Inshallah. I have so far found no more concrete mentions of either Tibalt Tamaro, Dastan, or the wings of Farah. Though some fragmented records exist to suggest the existence of mechanical wings of some description, it is unclear how many were made or how many survived intact into our dark era. Of note, a children's story heard by one of our brothers offers an interesting detail as it concerns a flying bear. The Amaro family crest was a brown bear, standing on its hind legs. Pure coincidence, perhaps, but I have recorded it herein as a curiosity. Very interesting. That was the patronage of Tibalt Amaro. So, it is an inventor called Dastan who invented the glider. That's very cool. Yeah, very cool. And Dastan was the first man who took flight, not Amaro. I don't know. Money can't buy everything. Well, I think I'll save the rest of the stories for another time, right? But like I said earlier, I've got another project lined up and I've got to find a location for it. Ooh, I'm not sure where to have this this epic project. It's going to be epic. You're going to love it, guys. Well, I'm going to leave it here. And if you've enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. You know what to do. Okay? And I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. Goodbye.